So welcome. We'll get underway for yoga practice now, and thank you for being here. Let's start with a comfortable and upright seat. We're going to be exploring once again the fifth chakra in this kind of series of discussions that we're having about using our voice and being clear and having healthy boundaries, but also knowing the difference between using our voice to speak, express emotions, thoughts, opinions, and not dampening our voice using food and other things that ends up dulling or numbing our senses and our sensitivity to our emotions, our voice, our speech. So let's take a comfortable seat for a few moments. You can rest your hands. Let's do palms face down against the knees. You're welcome to close your eyes. And then lift through the base of your skull and also lift through the upper palate, the roof of your mouth. So your head floats up above your spine. And then elongate the spine. There's a feeling that each vertebrae can float just a little bit above the one beneath it. And when you get to the sacrum, then drop down towards your tailbone. And begin breathing in and breathing out a little slower, a little smoother. And as you begin breathing more smoothly and more slowly, in your mind, set aside whatever's not relevant for your yoga practice right now. And during the inhale, imagine that you're bringing into focus that which is really relevant to you, like a feeling of peace or clarity, attention, focus, whatever is relevant for you right now. And as we practice together this afternoon, we're going to repeat that kind of reflection. On the inhale, can we bring in the quality or the focus or the priority that is yours? Can we set aside that which would be distracting or would be a detour for you during this time that really is your yoga practice? So please raise your hands together at your heart. Acknowledge your efforts to be here and to practice, to support your well-being. And then you can bow your head to your heart. And release both hands, and you're welcome to open your eyes. Welcome to my co-teacher here, Mr. Nakula, also called Mula Nakula. This is the Papa Kitty. He's been lounging around in today's humid but a warm kitten napping day. So he might demonstrate how to do Shavasana here. Okay, so to work with the throat to get underway, let's do this. Take one hand and place it on the chest and sternum. Pull down a little bit. Your fingers can touch the collarbone. Take the other hand and place it there and pull down with both hands. In response to that downward pull, lift up through your heart. And then keeping that downward pressure and the lift of your heart, raise your chin and start stretching your neck and your throat. You can actively take the chin up, even moving the lower jaw forward of your upper jaw. And then exhale and bring your head down to neutral. And then slide the chin in towards the very base of the neck, the top of the sternum. Keep lifting your heart, but as you bring the chin in, think of almost like you're going to hold like a little kumquat between your chin and your throat. So it's pretty snug. And then move the chin very slowly to the left and the right. And feel into the muscles on the back and the sides of your neck. So keep the head primarily upright. We aren't actually dropping it forward. So the chin snugs in really close to the base of the throat. And that means when you take your chin to the right, you're going to really feel the right side of the neck and maybe even the upper part of the right shoulder blade. And bring your chin back to center. Again, press down with your hands, raise your heart, and lift your chin. Bring the lower jaw forward of the upper jaw. And then exhale and release. Bring your head to neutral. Relax your hands out over your knees. Now take the right hand, press out through the heel of the right hand, pull the fingers back towards your right ear. You might feel nerve sensations going down your right arm. It could feel like you're stretching the skin and that the fingers have a lot of sensations. Those would be the nerves in your neck, and this whole region, the neck and the throat, is co-innervated. So press out through the heel of your right hand, tip your left ear towards your left shoulder, and breathe in. And then exhale, raise your head and straighten your hand out. And inhale, tip your head, raise your fingers. So you're doing nerve gliding, sometimes called nerve flossing. Raise your head, lengthen your fingers. Inhale, tip down. Exhale, raise up. So the tension comes off the nerve when you come up, and then we reapply that tension right here. And then up again. And now last one, take your left ear down and reach out through the heel of your right hand and really slowly bring your right arm down and kind of navigate, like you might rotate your arm. If you can play a little bit with some of the variations where you're going to feel different kinds of sensations going down your arm, possibly in your hand. Those are all connected to the nerves in your neck. And as you press down at the bottom here, reach down through the heel of your right hand. Bring your chin in towards your right collarbone. And let's breathe in. And then exhale, raise your head up. Take notice. Now on the other side, take the heel of the left hand and press straight out. As you're pressing out, again, you might feel those nerve sensations going down through your forearm, into your fingers and your thumb. Tip your right ear towards your right shoulder. And breathe in. And then exhale, raise your head up, reach your fingers out. Okay, inhale, tip. Exhale, raise your head, stretch your wrist and fingers. Inhale, tip down. You're kind of tipping into the sensations. Reach out through the heel of your left hand. Exhale, come up. And one more time, inhale, tip down. So what happens here when you pull the fingers back and you've tipped your ear down is that you're lengthening the pathway of the nerves. And now we're going to improvise on the way down. Press out through the heel of your left hand and look for these different places where you have an unusual sensation. And know that you're stretching the nerves that go way up into the left side of your neck. When you get down here, press down through the heel of your left hand. Bring your chin in towards your left collarbone. And breathe into the left side of your neck. And then raise your head up and release your left hand onto your knee. And pause to notice again what's happening now with your relationship with your neck and your throat. Now, one more while we're seated. Reach back and interlace your fingers at the small of your back. Roll your shoulders back, and as you squeeze the shoulders back, lift the chest and heart up. You can recall the pressure that you applied with your hands and raise up with your sternum and your collarbones. And inhale, lift your chin, stretch the front line of the body. And exhale, bring your chin down towards your throat and the upper part of the sternum. And inhale, raise your chin, lift your heart, keep it upright. And exhale, bring your chin down in towards the center of your throat. And do that one more time. Inhale to raise up. And exhale to release. And consider again, right at the beginning of our practice, consider again, what is your inner focus that you can raise during your inhale? And what can you set aside during your exhale? Okay, now we are going to rise up to standing here in a moment, and it might be helpful for you to have 2 yoga blocks to support your practice. And a glass of water with a lime in it. That can also be helpful. Oh, and go ahead and get a white kitten. Set that to the side of your mat on the left. So the blocks are optional. You may want them, you may not want them. When you come up to stand, let's put the 2 blankets aside. And take a wide stance on your mat so that you have a leg length between your feet. And then come down. Hi, Nakula. Hi, honey. Come down to this wide leg forward bend. We're going to put the arms out in front, and that's what the blocks can be used for. Walk your hands forward on your blocks. Stretch to open your upper back, your heart. Reach back with your hips and down with your heels. And let's lengthen the neck so that you really feel like your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. The head is not dropping lower, nor are you raising it up right now. And notice here the feeling tone of the breath coming in and going out. And during the inhale, try to make the breath round and smooth. And by round, what I mean is we want the back of the throat to feel open, almost kind of hollow, like the hollow feeling you have when you are yawning or when you're about to fog your sunglasses. We also want the exhale to feel round and smooth without any sense of rushing or pressuring the breath. Now, keeping your right arm out in front, let's take the left arm down, look under your right arm, walk the left hand across to hold your right leg somewhere. Or you could hold on to your pant leg or a yoga strap. You could hold on to your cat if they're there. But as you're ducking under here, rotate your head to the right as far as it comfortably goes. Let's make the breath smooth and steady. Reach both hips back towards the wall behind you. Keep your legs stable and grounded. And then as you exhale, release your left hand and place it back out over the blocks. And then take the right arm under. Release your head to look under your left arm, gaze to your left. As you hold your left leg or your pant leg or a yoga strap, try to broaden the back hemisphere of the body, almost like you're breathing into a parachute on the back body. As you twist to your left, keep both legs strong and grounded, and make the breath consistent and smooth. And know that each time that you're supporting your body to feel strong or grounded, or for the breath to be smooth and steady, you really are supporting this to also become your foundation, your baseline, like a homeostasis that you get to stick with day to day, practice to practice. It's not just when you're on your yoga mat, it also goes with you from your yoga mat. So with your next inhale, then take the right hand, stretch it out over the blocks. And now walk your hands back towards your feet on your mat. Raise your hands up to your hips. And as you rise up to standing, I'd like you to turn your toes out, bend your knees, and come down. We call this the jazz dance warm-up pose. So press out with both hands against your knees and let the shoulders kind of shrug up towards your ears. That's going to happen. Yeah. Drop your tailbone down. As you roll the inner thighs out, let the breath come all the way down into the pelvis. I sometimes call it the pelvic basin. Allow the breath to make its way all the way down. Now turn your left hand in, so the fingers rotate in on your left knee, and twist to your right. And as you're twisting, look over your right shoulder, whatever amount of flexibility your head and your neck can have together. And then rotate back around to center. And turn your right hand in and twist to your left. And as you're twisting to your left, press firmly into both arms so the elbows are straight. That means that you have the most space between the shoulders, hips, and knees. Think of that space as also helpful for your spine. And then come back to center. Press down into both feet. Inhale, raise up to standing. And turn your toes in to be parallel. Okay, reach back to clasp your hands at the small of your back. And now come forward and down. And roll your shoulders open. Now, of course, rolling the shoulders open is going to be very dependent on your flexibility, your upper back and shoulder flexibility. So do your best. First thing is keep the legs strong and grounded. It is okay to bend your knees if you need to. Second thing is to lengthen the spine. And if it's just too difficult to come forward like this, it's better to put your hands back on your blocks on the floor rather than having them overhead behind you. And let's take a deep breath in. Squeeze the upper back if you've still got the hands clasped. And then exhale, release your hands to the floor. And last time, rise up to standing. And we'll go heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe to center. And when you come to standing like this, just pause for a moment and notice the influence of your practice. Notice it on your mind, your body. Ask yourself again, what is really important to bring into focus this afternoon in this practice? So the inhale revives that sense of clarity or attention or nourishment or kindness. And the exhale is to set aside whatever would be disruptive. Okay, now we'll take these two blocks and place them to the right side of your mat, please, like this. And then come into, let's do the left foot back and the right foot forward. This is called, in Sanskrit, it's called Parsvottanasana. In English, it means the standing separate leg forward bending pose. So it's easier actually to say Parsvottanasana. It's fewer syllables. So place your hands firmly on each block, or you can put the blocks tall, like this. And then place your hands firmly on the two blocks. To the best of your ability, please straighten your legs. which means that you might be feeling your your left calf stretching as you press your left heel down to the floor. You might feel the right hamstring stretching. And let's use the inhale to lengthen the spine from your hips to the crown of your skull. And then exhale and bow over your right leg any amount that you have the flexibility for. When you inhale, lengthen your spine again. Raise the chest and the heart up. Reach through the top of your head. And exhale to bow over your right leg. Think about the exhale as squeezing out whatever is not necessary. So you're expelling the breath, but you're also expelling, let's say, tension or stress or mental habits, the mental habit of misperception or judgment or anxiety. And on the inhale, bringing in what is essential to you. And once more, exhale to bow over your right leg. And then raise up to your fingers on your blocks. Turn your right foot in, walk your blocks to center, and then walk your blocks to the other side of your yoga mat. So now we have the right foot back and the left foot forward. Again, you can always raise the blocks to be taller. You also could put your hands on 2 blocks under each hand, or you could use a chair to place your hands onto. So press back with your right heel towards the floor. Lengthen your sitting bones back towards the wall behind you. And as you inhale, lengthen your spine from the crown of your skull, reach into the center of the spine and to your tailbone. And then exhale to bow over your left leg. Inhale, glide forward. And exhale to bow over your leg. Again, this kind of squeezing, almost like you're squeezing a sponge. We squeeze the sponge of the mind. On the inhale, we cleanse the sponge, just like cleansing the mind. And do that one more time. Inhale, glide forward. And exhale to bow towards your legs. And then raise up to your fingertips. And once again, turn your left foot in to be parallel. Walk your blocks back to the center. And let's bow down between the 2 legs. Touch the floor lightly with your fingertips. Or, of course, you can put the blocks under your hands if the floor seems too far away. Okay, and then place your hands just on the floor in front of you. Walk your heels and toes in, and then step down to kneeling. So when you come down to kneeling, you can take a block to sit on if you'd like a little bench like this, or like this. Or you can sit right on your heels if you prefer. Depends on the flexibility of your knees and your hips, of course. We'll come down to kneel. We're going to do lion's breath, which is a really important practice for the throat chakra. Well, let's start by just placing your paws, also your palms and fingers. Place your paws in your lap like this. And close your eyes. And feel what's already happening by practicing even a little bit of yoga. What is happening for you here? And let's think of like one thing that you want to detach from or set aside or put overboard, as it were. One of those things that it would be a distraction or a detour or somehow problematic. And yet it insists on being there. It's kind of pestering you and you want to let it go. What might one of those things be? What we're going to do is lion's breath to ask that thing to go away, to leave us alone. So what you'll do is you're going to make 2 fists now. So your paws are going to curl in. We inhale through the nose taking a pretty big breath. And on the exhale, you're going to spread your claws. You open your paws and spread your claws. You're going to come forward with the chest and the heart, like a scary animal, a lion. And then you're going to stick the tongue way out, make a sound, and also make the eyes big. Okay, so lion's breath is loved by children. They love to do this one in yoga class, but we can do it too as adults. So it looks like this. See, I've got 2 fists for pause. Here's my inhale. And then you come back for the next inhale. Okay, so the exhale is dramatic. It's dynamic, right? And we're just saying, no, we don't want this thing, and we're getting rid of it. And interestingly, the lion or the lion-tiger combination in Hindu mythology, the lion is called the vehicle of, or the transportation tool for Durga, the goddess Durga. And her job is to help like eradicate the blocks. It's her job to take out that which is not helping for us. Durga takes away the obstacles. She helps us to overcome them. Okay, so place your paws and your claws like this. Let's breathe in. Again, breathe in. Three times more. Really stretch your face as you do the practice. One more time. And then come back to center and simply notice. Notice also what happens for your mind, right? So often what is occurring for us, we've learned to swallow our words or to use food to push down emotions or to push down words. And so something like the practice we're doing today helps us to move the breath out, to move out what we consider in yoga to be the toxins. And by the word toxin, what we mean is anything that blocks your vitality, anything that impedes on your well-being. Right? We're going to call that a toxin because it's impeding on your vitality coming through. So in this kind of practice, what we're doing is breathing in and vitalizing, and then breathing out and releasing that which blocks our vitality. Right? Let's do the next thing now. So take your 2 blocks and place them on the floor on either side of your yoga mat, and come down to lie on your back. Okay, when you lie down, check that you have room overhead for both arms, like this. Now the blocks are going to go down near your feet because we're going to use them not right away, but eventually. But just check that you can get the arms overhead. We'll do palms face up, and then arms coming down, palms face down. Okay, now with the inhale, spread your fingers wide and raise your arms up for the length of your inhale. Reach overhead entirely, keeping your lower back on the floor. And then exhale and bring the arms back down as if you were pressing through very thick air. Press the arms down firmly as you get closer to the floor. Notice the tone of the abdomen. Keeping some of that tone, inhale, raise your arms overhead, lift your heart, keep the throat open. Exhale, bring the arms down. And as you're coming down, kind of firmly move the arms and deepen the tone of the lower belly. And once more, inhale to go overhead. And last time, exhale to come down. Now we're going to add the movement of the whole spine and the hips to this. So with the inhale, starting from the same position, with the inhale, you're going to raise your hips up, raise the arms up, and try to pace this movement so it's all one action. And then on the exhale, lower your arms and your spine slowly. Now the thing is that the arms and the spine are going to move a different distance, but arrive at the same moment. Again, inhale to go up. Exhale to lower down. Try to synchronize that your body is moving in rhythm, where you arrive at the starting position and then lift from the starting position simultaneously. And do that one more time, please. Inhale to go up. And exhale to roll down. Now pause and notice if you totally relax, and let's do arms out to the side, palms face up. And now roll your head side to side. So the practice we were just doing tones the throat and gently closes the throat. So roll your head side to side and notice any change you have in your neck, in your throat, in your tongue. Now we're going to place the two blocks under the feet, and let's put them on the flat setting like this. And then same idea. Now the thing about having your feet on the blocks is that you're not pushing the feet forward, which would make them go off the blocks. We're pushing the feet downward. And on the inhale, you're going to raise up again, hips, spine, arms, arrive at the top of the in-breath for the body movement at the same time as the breath. And then we'll exhale to come down, and we're going to pace that also to be in harmony with the length of the exhale. And since the arms and the torso have two different distances to move, you have to concentrate and collaborate with your body to make that work out. So let's do it 3 times. Start with the inhale. Twice more. And last one. You'll notice again that during this practice, the chin is mostly towards the throat. The throat is mostly closed. As you come down, take the arms out into a T shape, raise the chin slightly, and roll your head side to side. And then come back to center with your head. Lift the chin very slightly away from the throat so it's neutral, neither too closed nor too open. And then let's put the 2 blocks aside. You can use your feet for that. And roll to your side or come up to sit, whichever way you'd like to do this. And we're going to take the 2 blankets now and place them horizontally across the mat. So if you'll swing them about and place them there, the 2 blankets are going to be for your upper back. Let's take 1 block with us, lie backwards. Put 1 block behind you for your head. And place your shoulder blades on the blanket. And then tip your shoulders down towards the floor behind. And drop your elbows down to the floor. They may not reach the floor, but that's going to be okay. So drop the arms back and down. Now in this position, lift the chin very slightly away from your throat. So again, there's a quality of ease. And roll your head side to side. This is going to feel different than where you were a moment back because now your thoracic spine is in extension, not flexion. Let's roll the head to the left and stay there a few moments. So as you roll your head left, drop the right shoulder down. Turn your head purposely, but not with overexerting. Then roll back to center. Rotate your head to your left. Or to your right, excuse me, go the other way. And drop the left shoulder down. Turn your head purposely, but not forcefully. And then rotate back to center. Stretch one leg straight out on the floor and then the other. Okay, so this is a back bend position. And it's intended to open the shoulders, the upper part of the chest and heart, to let the throat have some ease. And again, you want your head to be supported by the block behind you. It's possible that you want that block to be on the flat setting like mine. It's possible that you'll want it to be on the medium setting. Turn it up one extra little height. And then close your eyes. And bring your awareness now to your mouth, the lips, the tongue, your upper jaw, your lower jaw. And let's start by relaxing the space just above the upper lip, below the nostril. So soften the space right where the nostrils meet the upper lip. And allow that softening to go from the center of the upper lip out towards the corners of your mouth. And imagine inside the upper lip, so from the front side of the upper lip where it touches your teeth, also deeply relax right there. And imagine that ease traveling to the corners of the mouth on the inside. And as you loosen the upper jaw, relax the lower jaw, bring awareness to the center of the lower lip on the outside. the place between the lower lip and the center of your chin. Relax right there and let that ease travel over to the corners of your mouth. And then inside the lower lip, the place where the lip touches the lower teeth, just imagine relaxing all along the inside of the mouth over to the corners of your mouth. Invite that ease to travel now towards the back of the mouth, over the tongue, through the upper palate, the roof of your mouth. Now imagine the tongue getting heavier at the bottom of the mouth, more deeply relaxed. The tongue is the strongest muscle in the body per square inch. So releasing your tongue has a very powerful influence for your brain and your mind. Invite that ease to travel now into your throat, the back of the throat. Even you could imagine how the throat meets the inner ear canals and the back of the sinuses. Now allowing this to be easeful, let's imagine the ease that you're inviting into your mouth, your throat, also comes to your neck and your shoulders. And then the throat is the bridge between the mind and the heart. imagining the bridge between the mind and the heart as a clear, open bridge, something relaxed and spacious. What might happen if the heart and your wisest mind were to join together and support your voice, your speech, choices that you make with food and other substances that you ingest? What might that be? Now let's take the arms and reach them overhead. Stretch the legs and imagine this bridge in the throat. It is connected to the larger body, the whole body. And bend one knee at a time. Roll to your side. Scoot your block to support your head as you roll to your side. Place one hand against the blankets here and press up to sitting. My co-teacher's coming back here. Perfect timing, Nakula. Okay, please take a seat on your blankets. Now, earlier I said that with lion's breath, the lion is the vehicle, the transportation device for Durga, the goddess Durga. So take a seat that's upright and comfortable for you. So these words are very simple. You just say, Hey Ma, Durga. It means, Hey Ma, Ma means like the goddess. Hey Ma, Durga. We're celebrating the energy in us that knows how to release things or expel things. We're also asking a prayer. Can it be removed? Can you remove this thing from me? Can the grace of life just take this thing from me, this pain that I'm carrying, or this mental habit that I know isn't really serving me? So it goes like this. Ima Durga, 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 Emadoga, 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 Emadoga. As you sit quietly, just imagine one more time if the bridge between the heart and the mind, between the mind and the heart, if that bridge were clear and open. And then you can raise your hands to your heart. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for sharing the practice. Namaste.